Okay. I'm gonna try to do some link shits. Do some link tings. Phone go crazy. Okay. Make sure I get some people in here. Just give me some time. I'm trying to get the people in here. I gotta learn how to use my phone. I just want a couple more people in. That's all. Just a couple more people. Let me pull up the article. I read it earlier. When I have it pulled up. My phone, you see this? Old as shit. Let me find this shit. I can't even find the fucking article. That's crazy. Here we go. Here's the shit. All right. So there was a hit piece today. That's what I'm gonna call it. Inside Virginia Tech's internal turnaround after a season of division and negativity. Now, to the four of y'all in here, because not many people came in here. I think everybody knows pretty much what I'm gonna say. And that's how do you run a piece about how bad shit was, how negative the players were, how pissed off the players were, how much the players hated it, without, I guess, getting their side of how they felt or why did shit get that fucked up. How do you run that piece? How do you run that piece without talking to these bad guys? Sports Illustrated said this shit. Bad, they called them bad guys. Mind you, all the players that went into the transfer portal, I don't think any of them are criminals. I don't think we're talking about any criminals. We're not talking about any. We might be talking about bad attitudes. We might be talking about shit like that. We might be talking about people that's done and said dumb shit on and off the football field. But we're not talking about robbers, criminals, carjackers, drug dealers, none of that shit. Well, unless you want to put Mook Reynolds in a criminal, but we're not really talking about criminals or nothing. We're talking about guys ages 19 to 22. And they just ran a hit piece, dog. I think it's crazy that they will really do this before the season. And yeah, I'm not about to sit up here and say that somebody probably didn't want to lose on purpose. Because once you get to a point when you over some shit, you probably football, you probably don't want to play another game. You're like, look, I just want the season to be fucking over. Like, I don't want to play another game. So them saying, so if somebody said, I hope we lose, or you better not fucking score and all that shit to Trey Turner, I believe it. Do I believe they really would have beat Trey Turner's ass for scoring in a game? Like, come on, man. But this is what happens when somebody can control the narrative. Fuente can control the narrative. These kids, they can't control the narrative. They don't have any friends that's journalists. They don't have any other friends that's coaches, and they don't have any friends and influence that can get their narrative out. The only way they can get their narrative out is through tweets, Instagram, shit like that. And I just think running the hit piece on the kids is so fucking tacky. It's tacky, dog. Like, we supposedly moved on. Everybody told me we good money. Everything is good. So why are we doing this? Why would they put this article out to pile on the kids, pile on the players 2 weeks before the new season starts? If we've turned that page, that shit crazy. That shit tacky. People, I mean, I didn't want to tweet about this shit because I know a lot of people don't like me, and I don't want to say a lot of people don't like me, but a lot of people don't like what I got to say about the current staff. But I just say, how do you run this article? I'm looking at this shit. How do you run this article? Behind closed doors, while the outside world buzzed about the Hokies, Fuente called an emergency team meeting to address the attrition. It had reached shocking levels, with 14 players in the transfer portal at one point. 5 of them joined in a 48-hour period. What is going on? Tell me. Fuente asked his players in a meeting that changed everything here. We got to talk about this and put an end to it. Bro, you the head coach. You trying to tell me you don't know what the fuck? You couldn't get the temperature of the room that you're the head man in? Now, I know they say, head coach is 80, is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 players on the college football team. Like, I get it. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people going through shit. You don't know the temperature of the room. We're talking about, what was it? What did you say? 14 players in the transfer portal? We're talking about 14 players in the transfer portal. And clearly there was a segment of the team that was clearly unhappy. So you couldn't get the temperature of the room until everybody was ready to get the fuck gone. I'm sorry, for them to write this piece, these players were mad and the coaches didn't know what the fuck. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. It's wild. I mean, and I'm seeing people tweet, of course, talking shit about the players that left. Like, if they gone, they gone. We supposedly moved on. They gone. Look at this shit. As the thunderstorm starts. I ain't gonna stream that long. I just thought I ain't gonna stream that long. I'm just sitting here looking at this shit like, how can you run a hit piece? Every college, every program goes through ups, downs, losing seasons, winning seasons, shit like that. Florida State just had a losing season. I'm sorry. Florida State just had a losing season. And I ain't see no Sports Illustrated piece about this. What the fuck? Like, we lost 7 games, right? No. Yeah. We had a losing season. Nebraska had a losing season. Like, a lot of these schools have losing seasons. And you normally don't see a Sports Illustrated piece on why. You just, okay. And that's it. That's crazy to me. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what people want me to say. I think this is put out for everybody to say basically fuck Eric Kuma and fuck Trevon Hill and Fuck Chris Cunningham, but I can't do it. I cannot do it. It's crazy that it had to get to that point. Yes, exactly. I fully like. I just don't tell me in a Sports Illustrated article that this many players was pissed off and all these players hated it and all this shit, and the coach ain't know what the fuck was going on. Like he was blindsided. He was just as surprised as we was. Come on, man. They didn't even talk about how it got to that point. How it got to that point. Why does this many players feel this way? Nobody talked about. They didn't even talk about this. How tone deaf do you need to be to let it blow up this way? You need to spend more time with these kids in your own family. One agreed, 100% agreed. How they run this piece and they say this that players it got to a point where they didn't even want to win no more. They didn't. I don't even want to say that. They didn't want to go to a bowl game. That's how bad shit got. And people is like, oh, fuck those kids. Fuck them. How they didn't want to win? Fuck them. Because that's what this article was designed to do. To basically, okay, put all the blame on them. Now it's all out of fuck it. It used to be youth. It used to be youth. It used to be, other stuff. But now, okay, we was losing because of those players because they didn't want to win. They making it seem like now they was throwing games on purpose. That shit crazy. So now we good, right? Everything's good, right? You know, a lot of this stuff could have gone on behind the scenes. It's easy to hide that stuff from coaches. It's hard to hide that you don't like. It's hard. It's hard to fake like you're having a good time when you hate it. It's hard. Like even if around Fuente they might have been whatever. Your position coaches know that dog. He's not enjoying himself. He kind of hates like you. It's that's something you can't fake. You can't fake being happy. A lot of people do it on a daily basis. 19-year-olds are not good at it. I'm sorry. 18, 19, 20-year-olds, normally when they're having a shitty time, you know it. You pretty much know you're having a shitty time. Excuse me for a second, it's my phone. Think this is some type of cover up to deflect the fact that we got curb stomped last year, week in, week out. I think two things can be true. I think, it is trying to push it off. They are trying to push it off on the players, which is tacky as hell. They're trying to push it off on the players, man. I didn't see 1 ounce of. I'm trying. I read it like I was at work and I read it, but I'm trying to read it. I didn't see one bit of Fuente did this and Fuente said that. Like I don't see anything where he's like, "Yo, I fucked up. I lost this shit. This shit got crazy." It was just, well, what the fuck is going on? That's crazy to me. Like he ain't no shit. You really mean to tell me? You really mean to tell me that this was about turkey bacon and cleats? Really? I'm asking. I'm asking. I mean, like, I'm dead serious. This was about turkey bacon and cleats. I don't think so, man. I think shit was fucked up. I think shit did get fucked up. I think it was we that before that meeting, that come to Jesus meeting. I think it was I think we were at a crossroads. I think we was at a crossroads, and some people probably got it off their chest. Like, listen, shit is fucked up. While some other people was probably just let me just shut the fuck up because NFL right around the corner. I'm trying to go to the league. Whatever. I think there are a lot. more things said that they weren't going to put in the article. Well, they that. Well, yeah, I don't like I said. I'm not about to sit up here and defend anybody saying we should have lost. All I can say is I understand if the season was that shitty for some people, they probably didn't want to play a bowl game. Bowl games are dope for the school. Bowl games are dope for the fans. But if you're having a shitty season and you probably dealing with injuries, you probably don't want to play more free football. And that's a fact. Like a lot of people, especially the fucking military bowl in cold ass Annapolis. It was cold. I live in Maryland. Cold ass Annapolis against Cincinnati. They probably didn't want. They was like, okay, we beat Marshall. We gonna go to a shitty bowl game. I fucking hate it here. I don't want to play any more games. My fucking neck is hurting, and my knees is hurting, and my back is hurting. They probably didn't want to win that game against Marshall, dog. I'm gonna just I'm not breaking no news. The fucking article said that much. They ain't want to fucking win. But as far as them saying that, if them telling Trey Turner they was gonna beat his ass for scoring against Marshall, but a lot of these kids would give anything to play another game. Yeah, like seniors. Yeah, like if you a senior and you never gonna put the uniform on again, yeah. People don't think like that though. But man, that shit about wanting to lose sucks. I didn't play. I don't play for the team. It could the environment could have been that fucked up. The environment could have been that fucked up that it was like I do not want to be around the coaches for any more games. It happens. It happens that they just like I just don't want to be around for any more games. This shit is bullshit. Don't think that type of energy will come back though. I think we're good. Yeah, if we winning, we start losing, and we're gonna see how far that turkey bacon take us. I'm just, but one thing this article does says, one thing we do know is, Trey Turner is article puts more pressure into this year, another mediocre year, and the articles will continue in more transfers, especially on the defensive side with Bud leaving. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, because now is no excuses. That's basically what this article says. No excuses. No fucking excuses. I don't want to hear them about so basically, looking at this article, what it's telling me is youth wasn't an issue last year, right? Can we all agree to that? So what this article says to me is youth wasn't the issue. Negativity was. It wasn't a young defense. It wasn't this and that. It was the negative players, it was negativity, right? So what's my realistic prediction for the Boston College game? Like it's gonna be low scoring, like a fist fight of a game, like a 20-17 Hokies, hopefully. But I do believe that AJ Dillon is gonna run for maybe 120 to 150 yards. And we gotta hope like hell nobody else gets off because you're not stopping AJ Dillon for 4 quarters. Do I think Barno will be a DE, a defensive end or a linebacker? I think he'll be a hybrid, like a hybrid. He gonna be what we were doing with Daddy Nicholas, except Daddy Nicholas was like my size, and Barno is like a monster. Daddy Nicholas is not my size, by the way. He's way bigger than me. I'm just saying I'm a small man. Daddy Nicholas is a small defensive end. He's not a small person. I deal with that was just a joke. But as far as the Boston College game, it's gonna be a game that make you want to rip your hair out. It's gonna be frustrating, but I do think the good guys will find a way. It might take a last minute drive. It might take a last minute stop. But I think after at the first half, when AJ Dillon is like running through us like fucking X-Lax through a fat woman, we'll make some adjustments. We'll put 19 people in the box and slow that shit down, and they won't have no answer. I heard that dude with the neck brace graduated, and Tommy Sweeney is gone too. So yeah, no. But yeah, turkey bacon. They got a shit. They got the turkey bacon. So others ask for uniform alterations. So when you see Tech players wearing orange cleats and orange jerseys, you'll know why. That's why I asked. Y'all think really, and a lot of fans hate orange. Orange is one of our school colors. It's one of the team colors. Like I've never had a problem with orange anything. It's one like I have more problem with like colors that's not our colors or other teams' colors. Like if you like, let's for example take Michigan State and they want to do like a red uniform, like that's when I'd be like, what the fuck are y'all doing? But if it's in the colors, I ain't got a problem. But yeah, they always say if we wore orange uniforms or whatever the case may be, oh, motherfuckers were focused on uniforms and not the game. Uniforms ain't had nothing to do with it. It's been plenty times, especially over the last couple of seasons, since we've been kind of mediocre. We didn't got our ass kicked in all maroon, and those are the good luck uniforms. Those are the we show up to the game, man. We've been wearing all maroon and getting smacked at home in the Sandman. Everybody jumping up and down. That's supposed to be our like normally Thursday night or Saturday night, Blacksburg in the fall, all maroon uniforms in the Sandman. We supposed to win that game. Now everybody coming in smacking our shit. All it is just a air and the opponent. The opponent say it was a dope entrance, and then we went in there and smacked that shit. So, me personally, I don't care what uniforms they wear, as long as they like them. If the recruits like them and the players like them, I like them. I don't get too caught up in what I like, and I don't get too caught up in what I like. It's about what recruits like and what the players like. They the ones that got to play in it, and the recruits, those the ones that you want to come. All orange is too much. Is all orange too much? Have we ever did all orange? Probably. I can't remember. I don't think all orange is too much though. Orange is one of our colors. Orange is one of the colors. Maybe it's the shade of orange. It's almost like Syracuse orange. It's not burnt orange. Our orange kind of pops now. Like they need to go back to like that burnt shade. Cause our orange is bright. It make us look like like a creamsicle orange. Yeah. I don't see no creamsicle up there. I haven't wear purple. Shit, Clemson wear purple. I'm one of those if we wear orange jackasses with Virginia Tech, not Clemson or Tennessee. It's a minor gripe, but I prefer maroon as the dominant color. But maroon, but the colors are maroon and orange. We're not talking about yellow or blue. We're talking about one of the shits. We're talking about one of the colors. I don't get it. Especially if the players the players like it. If the players like it, then I kill to get a version of the circuit board pro combats. Man, being that we lost and I remember people cried like shit because we lost. We lost the game. We lost the game because y'all want to talk about fucking shitty losses again, huh? We lost the game because we were just not prepared to play. We spent one quarter getting our ass stomped. You know, if I'm not mistaken, Boise had on pro combat unis too, and they were prepared to play. And I just didn't like how people was crying about the fucking uniforms when in actuality we weren't prepared to play. Yeah, we still talking about bad losses. Still talking about bad losses. Yeah, that Boise one, man, took me to a dark place. Some of them Virginia Tech losses will take you to a dark fucking place. You, but back to the subject at hand. Like, so they got orange cleats. This was about uniforms. Stephen Friday, Peninsula District legend. Stephen Friday. He went to Phoebus High School. Phoebus High School, if you're from the 757 and you're from the Peninsula, Phoebus High School is the most dominant football program on that side of the water. It used to be Hampton High School where Tyrod Taylor went, and then Phoebus just came in and took the crown. It used to be Hampton. Hampton gave us the Tyrod Taylors, the Dwight Vicks, the who else? Who else came out of Hampton that went to Virginia Tech? Not that many. Well, a lot of people went like Muffin, the Currys and Bobby Blizzard, and a lot of great talent came out of Hampton High School, but then eventually Phoebus took over. And if you from the Peninsula, it's all about Phoebus. That's what Stephen Friday went. A lot of people went there. DJ Parker went there. Who else went to Phoebus? The DBs. A lot of a nice little Phoebus to Virginia Tech pipeline as well. Um, yeah, salute to Stephen Friday. Whatever he's doing, whatever he's into, I hope he's happy, healthy, enjoying life. But like I said, I'm reading this article and okay, it seems like everything is positive now. So I'm ready to go up on my prediction. I think my prediction was like 9-3. I'm ready to go up to like 10-2, 11-1. And I'm not even joking. Because of the reason last year was not youth, it was this negativity that is out of the building. Why the fuck can we get back on track? Right? If the reason why we was losing was because of, it seems like this piece is saying that these motherfuckers is gone. Let's go win 11 games. Let's go win the conference. What's stopping us? Nothing. The people that fucked us up is gone. So let's go win the conference. Fuck the dumb shit. Let's go win a New Year's Six bowl. Like, and I'm dead serious. Like I said, I put my eyes. Look me in my fucking eyes. I'm dead serious. Let's go win the fucking conference. All the guys who transferred seem to be the guys who are negative in the locker room. I'm gonna tell you right now that article is bullshit because a lot of the players that transferred ended up coming back. So were they negative too? No. You can't no, it wasn't. So it wasn't just all negativity. I think that there was a shitty environment that people didn't want to deal with. And they didn't want to highlight that in the article. Most were, not all. I mean, what? Okay, I'm not about to sit up here and say Josh Jackson's a shitty, a negative, shitty person. He broke his leg or some shit. I'd be in a foul ass mood too if I broke my leg and the team lost against a fucking group of 5 school. I'd probably be in a shitty mood too. But Josh Jackson, from what I keep hearing, is a great kid, and he left. That's why I said, who writes a hit piece on players? You got grown ass coaches making millions of dollars, and you write a fucking hit piece on players? That's crazy. Savoy did it to be close to. Yeah, Savoy. I'll never listen. We can Sean Savoy and his fumbles, his muff punts, and there was a couple of times where he just couldn't seem to find the sticks, and there was some times where he made me want to punch a hole in my wall. but seemed like a good kid off the field. He fucked us over on the field a couple of times, but he seemed like a good kid off. So I wish him the best. Wish him the best, especially dealing with family members dying and all that. You never wish for shit like that to happen to kids. That's hard shit to deal with. But he was fucking us over on the field, dog. Sean Savoy, if you watching this, he was kind of fucking us over, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Some of the shit you was doing, dog, it was no good. It was no good, man. It was no good. God bless Sean Savoy. God bless him. But god damn, he was fucking us over. Damn, dog. But yeah, it was some good kids. That's why I don't like this piece. CJ Carroll already disagreeing with the article on Twitter. And CJ had retired last season, correct? I'm asking. Didn't CJ he got injured and had to retire because of the injury? He was still around, but he was still around the team. So yeah, so it's if I don't know, man. I've never seen in college football a Sports Illustrated article, and I'm not sitting there acting like I read Sports Illustrated articles like I read Sports Illustrated every time. But Nebraska had losing seasons. Alabama had losing seasons. Auburn had losing seasons. Florida State, USC have losing seasons. I ain't never seen a Sports Illustrated article come out like, okay, it was because of this motherfucker and that motherfucker, and now what the fuck? When they start doing that? Like I said, man, Fuente must got a man working for Sports Illustrated. Like, dog, let me try to run some damage control, fix this shit for you, because there is no fucking way somebody from Sports Illustrated was like, I wonder what the fuck happened in Virginia. Dog, everybody goes through losing seasons. Everybody goes through seasons where just the shit just don't work out and people got to leave for whatever reason. Hey, write a fucking hit piece on the fucking players, though. That's crazy. I don't even want to look at Twitter because I had to get off of Twitter because of what people was saying. I'm like, these is young men. These people ain't even in we talking about motherfuckers in their 40s and 50s, 30s, 40s, 50s, grown folks talking shit about 20-year-olds. I can't deal. I cannot deal. Tagging kids is dumb as fuck. It's dumb as fuck. It's ignorant. All you got is one side of the story. Did Sports Illustrated interview those players that they said wanted to throw games and call them bad guys? Sports Illustrated did that. Sports Illustrated did that. Come on, man. Y'all trying to make it seem like this shit was an unbiased article, and come on, man. But people don't. No, I don't want to say people don't see it. They do see it. They see this shit. It's just they don't give a fuck about the players. If they're not putting on for the logo, they are dead to these people. That shit is crazy to me. I can't, and it makes me upset to see how people could call themselves, could call this shit a family. They could call this shit this is home, tagging recruits. Man, why not now? They had to fucking blame somebody 3 months ago. I don't know. I guess it was too hot to put out 3 months ago. But right before the season, they would stoke up all this old shit. That's crazy. And people just run with the shit. People just run with one side and just say, okay, all those players wanted to lose on purpose. Fuck them. That's crazy to me. That's wild. You're not even gonna get the other half, the other side. Not even gonna get both sides of the story. You don't want to hear somebody say, okay, this coach was treating me like shit, or these coaches was treating me like shit. Off season got so ugly, embarrassed by Hokie Nation for sure. I mean, everybody was telling me that this shit happens everywhere every year, and this was normal. That's what I was being told. Um, but apparently Sports Illustrated thought it was something that they had to write about it. But every time I was like, all these motherfuckers leaving, and what the fuck is all this going on? Everybody would tell me, shut the fuck up. Penn State got as many transfers as us. And what about such and such as transfers? What about this? What about them? They got transfers. Everybody got telling me to shut the fuck up. I know what the fuck I was talking about. But Sports Illustrated writes a article and it's yes, get those negative motherfuckers the fuck out of here. What negativity? I thought we was good money. Everybody told me we was good. That shit crazy. It was a ugly ass off season. No, Charlie Strong did it, but Texas told him fuck you. Charlie Strong got fucked over. Charlie Strong went in there. Charlie Strong went up in there and he was like, listen, y'all not gonna abuse women. Y'all not gonna have guns on campus. Y'all gonna go to class. And them Texas people said, get Charlie Strong the fuck out of here. You want to call in? You can call in. I'll put for those who don't. Yeah, yes. Let me. You got my number, but I'm gonna post it in the. I was about to type my shit with no area code. The phone lines is open. That is my personal phone number. Call me with the goofy shit. I'll just block you. I think that's fair. You call me trolling. You want to have a con? It ain't about agreeing and disagreeing. You can disagree. The current topic, just that hit piece that came out, the article, the Sports Illustrated article, just talking about it. How turkey bacon saved everything. Yes, sir.
Don V in the building.
In the building.
What it do, baby?
Man, talking about this hit piece, man. What's your thoughts on the article?
Oh man, you know I'm sitting outside right now, got a little heat on my face, a bourbon in the cup, and you know I'm ready to talk about it.
Hey.
I mean, shit, we already fucking know it's damage control like a motherfucker. And it's a stupid ass damage control because why the fuck am I worried about motherfuckers? Excuse me, I'm not talking about the kids. Because they're kids to me, I'm 33. Why the fuck are you talking about a motherfucker that's not there? Let them go and live their life. Why y'all tagging motherfuckers that's not at that school? Even if they is at that school, you gotta let these folks live, man. These kids got the opportunity to do something with their life that you might have didn't know what it's their choice. If they say, I don't fucking like that coach, I don't fucking like that place, that's their choice. You can't tell somebody how they feel about a situation, whether they wrong or right on it. Coming out with this now bring up old bullshit that don't mean a fucking hill of beans.
Facts though.
Stupid as shit.
Facts.
Stupid shit. I mean, I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Because they interviewed some of the kids, you could tell the locker room was divided. Basically, anybody who plays sports can understand. You change, I mean, and I don't want to throw a whole bunch of racial shit in there, but of course that play a part in it too. You have a quarterback that you start the season with, so everybody is drawn to him as a leader because he's the quarterback, despite how you feel about how he plays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right.
he's a starting quarterback. He gets hurt. They put this other guy in. You know, he gets out. And to some people, he does a job. To some other people, we fucking lost.
Mm-hmm.
When you're the leader of the team, you the cause of everything. The head coach is the cause of everything. The leader of the team is the cause of everything. You know, if the Patriots lose, who are they putting that loss on?
They looking at Tom and Bill.
Tom fucking Brady. You know, I hate to say that's what it is, but
yeah,
I can't be mad at people like, you know, Brendan Hill. I you know, interact with him or watch him on Twitter. You know, when you say, dude, y'all telling me this dude is so much better. We better because he's gone. We better because dude transferred. But then when you look at the record, you go, hey, when dude started, we didn't win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be mad at people for that's the way they think. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I 100% believe the same way because, my opinion, the dude I want to start at quarterback hadn't started yet. But I ain't tripping about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking coach. I'm not in practice.
Who did you want to start? Was it Quincy Patterson, Hendon Hooker?
I like Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker.
I like Hendon Hooker from when he came out of high school. I think he brings a different dynamic to the team. When you have a mobile quarterback, I understand they have to go through progressions and read and practice, but at the same time, most of those practices aren't contact practices. So he might be, if you're two-hand touching and he down in practice, in the game, they might not take him down.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So you really can't see what a mobile quarterback can do or how he can escape until he get in the lights. So, you know, like I said, I'm not a coach, but I just think dudes brings a different dynamic to your offense. And if you look at anybody's team who has a mediocre offense or their offense was struggling, and you incorporate a mobile quarterback that can throw as well, it brings a different dynamic to their offense. You know, look at Louisville. They weren't shit when Lamar Jackson left. You know, and before that, motherfuckers act like they didn't have Teddy Bridgewater too. Like you got different quarterbacks that do different things, and I understand that. But if you're a coach, like we have, that says they want to be a run pass offense, you got to have somebody who can use their legs efficiently. I think they put Josh Jackson in a bad situation when he was there because that's not what he's good at. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. Now, if he go up here and light motherfuckers up here in Maryland, they're going to look like they're crazy, which I think he can.
Oh, yeah.
Make the man run if he's not a running quarterback. Like, he can move a little bit, but then that's not his strong suit.
Yeah, he broke that, like, Josh broke like that 60-yard run in the West Virginia game. And I was like, that might have been like a gift and a curse because they probably felt like shit.
Oh, man.
He probably gonna break down.
You know, are we gonna put him out there? Run his ass 20 times a game. The man don't want. He's not supposed to run that much.
Yeah.
He was beat up ever since then.
Even Gerard Evans, who was mobile, didn't even like running that much.
Right. And Gerard, he found contact. You know what I'm saying? But a quarterback is like, you know, I ain't saying quarterbacks ain't tough because Josh Jackson was a tough dude, man. Like I seen him take some hits, and I was like, stay down. You know what I'm saying? But dude, he got up. So for that, I can't do nothing but salute the man. But at the same time, I feel like they put him in some bad spots that ain't what. Now Willis, he might like some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He might like some of that contact because he's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit more physical. But at the same time, you see, everybody know when you're a quarterback, you can't keep your head everywhere. Your head can't be on the swivel all the time.
Yeah.
And you see these quarterbacks take these hits. Look how Willis got hit. Man, y'all put this man back in the game last year. Who was we playing when the man had a concussion? You know he had a concussion.
No.
They knocked him out on the sideline.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And then he was out for like a series. That dude was tough, but, bro, you're a coach. You got to take care of them kids, man. Like, they competitive. But, you know, you get me all off, man. You get me all off the subject.
The topic, the hit piece that came out.
Back to the topic at hand. The article. I've seen, you know, living in a different area, I've seen it happen at different places.
Yeah, tell the people where you calling in from.
Yeah, I live in Huntsville, Alabama. I've been a Virginia probably 20 years, a little bit, maybe a little longer than that. Just because my brother was in the Navy and he was kind of stationed in that area, so we used to come visit, and I kind of fell in love with the area. But being from here, motherfuckers always expect you to be, you got to be an Alabama Auburn fan if you live there. No, motherfucker, I'm not neither one of them. I can go into that whole story another time, but I let Alabama do what they do. I like the philosophy of Coach Nick Saban. Don't get me wrong, but fuck Nick Saban too. You gotta be. I feel like, and that's why I feel like, I'm not speaking for you, Don, but I feel like some people, when you a coach like that, because there's a lot of coaches that want to be like Nick Saban.
Yeah.
If you want to be like Nick Saban and you want to run that tough, hard-nosed program where you don't take no shit, you got to be a fucking winner. Like, you got to win.
Yes.
You can't fucking go in the game that you're supposed to win and get your ass blew out. You can't let ODU put 45, 49 points on you. And then you tell the motherfuckers they can't talk during lunch.
Preach that shit.
You can't. Nick Saban, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm here. I'll talk to guys that don't went to school there and played there and, still a part of that program. And he's a hard coach to play for because he does demand excellence. But if you want to demand excellence out of me, you got to be able to tell me when I'm done with you, you're going to be a millionaire.
Yeah. Light at the end of the tunnel.
When I go to work every day, I put up with some bullshit from my boss. Every now and then they'll start talking crazy. But then I look at that paycheck or I look at my salary and I'm like, damn, I got to put up with what this motherfucker talk about a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, if I'm at my job and motherfucker not paying me nothing, I'm flipping burgers and I'm making $6 an hour and a motherfucker coming at you and hey, pull your fucking pants up. I'm going to say, fuck you.
Out that bitch. People act like they don't understand this, though.
Yeah, I get it. Some of these kids, winning cures all sins. That's just what it is. That's the truth. That ain't me. I'm not saying that's right. These are young men that have to, Virginia Tech does a good job of graduating people, which is great. They do a good job of the student athletes going on and being productive members of society. I see the people, running for governor or Senate, whatever the fuck they running for.
Yeah, Aaron Rouse out here.
Like that's amazing, man. That's amazing that you have a alumni that does that. That's a amazing thing. But at the same time, you got some of those players who that's not gonna be their ceiling. All they've been told their whole life is I need to get to the league because that's my ticket. So when they feel like something is getting in the way of that, or they feel like they ain't getting a fair shot at them getting that, yeah, they gonna be sour. They not gonna be happy about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at the man for saying, okay, I came to this school, you told me I could do this. I feel like you treat me like shit, so I'm gonna leave. Okay. I'm not gonna, we don't need it. Get out. Nah, dude, I ain't got time. I'm worried about the motherfuckers who there.
Exactly.
I'm worried about Trey Turner getting on the field and playing.
Exactly.
About, Damon Hazleton getting on the field playing. But, what happens if something happened to them? We're going to do the same thing.
You're going to do the same thing. But then people will turn around and say that recruits see the tweets.
Yeah, recruits see the tweets from both sides. Shit, that don't make, if a recruiter don't make the biggest decision on their life off of a Twitter post, their parents need their ass kicked.
No, they cuckoo.
Cuckoo. Man, they pastor their church need to be shot in his foot.
Cuckoo.
So like, you know what, man? I seen this fat nigga on Twitter tell me they didn't need me at Virginia Tech, so I'm gonna quit football. Don't do that, man.
Cuckoo.
Nobody do that, man. Motherfuckers say I was at the school and I didn't like the coach, so I left. I was at the school and I didn't like the area. I wanted to be closer to my family. I was at the school and I ain't like my position. I tried it out. It didn't work for me, so I left. And then you let it be that. So, as far as the article goes, like I said, man, I kind of looked at, because I do some stuff privately that I won't do publicly as far as because I ain't put no kids in the middle of that stuff, man. And I hate to call them kids because they're young men, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
18, 19, you know, they continue to war, so you ain't no child. You know, you're grown up, but at the same time, like, I don't feel like our mental capacity is the same, so I'm not going to engage them like that. But if you haven't allowed as a coach, this is just me, and I'm not a coach. I fucking sell cars for a living. If you are a coach and you haven't allowed your players to publicly speak on the disaster of what we call last off-season and season till now, why the fuck are we talking about it now? Well, we got to play Boston College in 2-3 weeks.
Right. And now it's and now they like shut the fuck up. We only focus on Boston College, knowing that this article is coming out.
Yeah, I understand they might have did the article like a month or something ago, but or 2
Mm-hmm.
months. I don't know when they did it, but at the same time, I'm like, you gotta control your team. And I'd be like, nah, we don't need that fucking shit right now. You know
We
what I'm
don't
saying?
need it. We left that in 2018.
Yeah, put that shit back out then or do it now because it's not gonna help nothing. The only thing it can do is hurt something because motherfuckers who really know about the program anyway already know. Like you said, it's three sides: his side, her side, and the right, and the truth. But you know, motherfuckers who close to the program already done made or fans, even not close to the program, you already done made the assumptions on what it is. So
Yeah.
somebody come out and say, well, this is really what it is, you ain't gonna just be like, you know what? That's what the fuck it means.
Exactly.
I won't change. No, you still just like, okay, man, so now what if we go out here and God forbid we fucking get our ass beat by Boston College? Do all of the positive stuff that you say that you've done for the team, do it matter? No, it don't. Now, if I was them, I would say, hey, if I was the coach and I'd seen how things were going, I would have been like, I had a meeting with my team, and I realized that the coaching staff, we had to change some stuff. We had to do some stuff different. So we asked them what they wanted to be happier. You know,
Yeah.
and they wanted to do some more team events. So guess what we did? Like, I like that part of it. They said, okay, we did some team events, changed some practices around and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's good.
That's good.
Don't speak on a motherfucker who already gone. If you married and you got, you know what I'm saying, you married and you got kids and your life is good.
Why talk about your ex?
Why you talking about your ex that's on crack? In the next, you know what I'm saying, in the next city. Why you worried about it? It don't make sense to me. You know, it's kind of baffling.
I mean, I would just thrown like he had to have that meeting just to get the temperature in the room. He ain't even already know it.
Yeah.
According to this article, he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You know?
He was blindsided by this.
Yeah, and like we said, you know, when I talked to you the other day, because I don't know if motherfuckers know, this man, the stuff he say, man, he's a fan, but that's his opinion. Like, he's not doing this shit to be malicious to y'all or to a listener or a team or a coach. He hates Fuente. He's a horrible person. Nah, man, he just said he don't like the man as a coach. That's his opinion. I don't have the same opinion, but, you know what I'm saying, we still have decent conversations, and we ain't up here fighting each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can have an intelligent conversation with somebody who disagrees with you and still be straight.
Exactly.
But the thing that you know kind of gets me, like I said, is that you always have the people who, if one thing goes their way, then they want to latch on to everything else. You know, look, I seen one dude, you know, this little article come out and go, hey, see, Eric Cooper, what you think about this? Why the fuck would you tag that man? That man's got a kid or something on the way. He's probably in school. He's probably practicing. Why would you tag him as a grown adult? It's supposed to be at work. Makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Like, Kuma had to address this shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he's gone.
He
He's
gone.
not enrolled at Virginia Tech. He's never gonna play for Virginia Tech again. For me as a fan, I actually like Comer. I love his game. I love what he brought.
Oh, he was a
That's on
dog.
the field. I don't know him off the field. I know what he brought to the team on the field. 50-50 balls, toughness. He could block. I like that. So I liked him as a fan, but the man gone. What am I? I'm not. I'm not talking to him either way. I'm not gonna go and go, hey Eric, I loved you, man, on the team, and I'm sorry that somebody said something. See, that's not my place to say that to that man.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, I'm definitely not gonna hit him up and be like, hey, I'm tagging, hey, look at this article. Man, that man, it's on Twitter. He can say it if he wants to. And if he says something about it, that's on him. I got shit to do.
But the thing is, the way that the article was written, it pretty much implicated him though.
Right, he felt like he needed to address it because he felt like, it was pointing the finger at him.
Yeah, like he was gonna beat Trey Turner ass or something for catching the touchdown.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I feel like the coaches got to step in and be like, we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, he could have been him. He could have been one of the people that said some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because the guys that's on the team, they talk to them and they say, hey, these people said this. They didn't name no names. They say, hey, these guys said this or they did this. I don't think they lying about it. You know what I'm saying? If they really had a meeting and talked to them, but they put it in there that if Trey Turner come out and say, hey, I didn't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I got to look at it different, but
yeah. But my thing is this: people say this shit every day, like with people that you're around, like, dog, if you do that, I swear I'm gonna fuck you up. And you don't mean it. You just saying it like, dog, I do not want to play another game. If you score a touchdown, on God, I'm punching you your shit. And they don't, of course, they're not gonna fuck them up for wanting to win the game. Like, I just think they took a quote, which was probably said. I ain't about to sit up here and say it wasn't said. I know it was said. But they try to take that quote as in we were actively throwing games. I'm like, dog, a backup quarterback from Cincinnati mashed on our shit. Nobody missed the tackle on purpose. Got ass beat.
We're supposed to do. We didn't have a good our game plan was shit. Like it was a lot of shit that just wasn't going the right way. So
you said a comment said, I don't feel like Trey would have mentioned it if it was a joke. If Sports Illustrated is interviewing you, you gonna just you gonna say, dog, the vibes was fucked up. Somebody even said this.
Yeah, that happened. That happened. They know that happened. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely happened.
Like you said, he said it could have been because we wasn't there. First of all, we wasn't there when it happened. We wasn't there when they were interviewed. So we don't understand how exactly it was said or quoted. But just like you said, I done seen. I'm on Twitter just like the next day. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no private eye. I ain't no, I got inside scoop. No, I'm just a regular ass dude. And most of the guys who left that I seen, if we just put Trey Turner's name out there, he was interacting with them on Twitter. Hey, dog, we still love you, man. Go
yes. And people thought Trey was going to leave.
And they thought he was going to leave. So, you know what I'm saying? I understand where you're coming from when you say that. I ain't saying that. I understand what the comments, because I can't see the comments, but what you say, the comments are saying, yeah, he probably mentioned it, but it had to be mentioned in a different way to them. Whenever, you know what I'm saying, since fucking we talking names, when Eric Cooper left, most of the guys on the team wished him well. When Hill left, when Hill, finally was going to Miami, I've seen most of the guys on the team wish him well. Like, I've seen a lot of, hey, we love y'all. When Rico Kearney left, same thing. It was a lot of people that left, and the players wasn't tripping about like, we can't never talk to him again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they gonna want to beat him when they play him. That's competitive, but it wasn't on no like, man, I was scared for my life, man. Somebody told me was gonna beat me up in the locker room. So,
for real though, yeah, they showed love.
It didn't happen like that. Like you said, I mean, it was a comment that was said. It may have shouldn't have been said, but people took it out of context. ran with it a little bit. Because it's news, man. News, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
That happened all the time.
All the time.
These motherfuckers on ESPN are mad at LeBron for saying Taco Tuesday.
Taco
Not
Tuesday.
ESPN, but motherfucker, man, he's impersonating Mexican culture and making fun of it. Like, people gonna find news and just try to make shit out of it anyway.
They bored.
It's a story right now. So, dude, like, fuck all that shit. You know, this season, to all the fans that you know, love Virginia Tech, is watching Virginia Tech, this season should tell you a lot about the coaching staff. That's it, period. You know, I mean, I don't want to hear, because I watch the games, I study recruiting, I know more than just like an average fan, but at the same time, motherfuckers don't give a fuck about all of that extra shit. Like, it comes down to wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, whenever I wrote in, I was like, you know, Charlie Strong tried it at Texas, and motherfuckers was like, oh, you're a nigger and you're going to come in here and tell us we can't do no.
They got him the fuck out of there.
You told all these guys to get out of here because they were raping people and not going to class, but we losing? Get the fuck out of here. That shit been going on at Texas. We don't care about that. I mean, they might care to a certain extent. They're going to hide it, but they want to win.
They want to win.
So, the realistic expectations of this year is this coaching staff got to go out and they got to coach their ass off. Because from everybody on both sides, whether you fan of the coaching staff or you're not, they supposedly have the people that they want.
Yeah.
They supposedly have the athletes.
Yes.
You know, because I'm looking at it too. Oh, he's got more athletes, the highest ranking athletes that's been there with some ranking shit. Don't mean shit anyway, but you know.
Oh, it means something now because we got him on the team. But when it comes to the 2019 class and 2020 classes, I mean to the 2020 class, the rankings don't mean shit. But everybody that's on the team, the rankings matter.
Yeah, when you talk about it, you know, big motherfuckers gonna try to switch it up. But like I said, it's gonna be this year. Like, and I was the kind of, like last year, I was like, dude, I knew it was gonna be some shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was gonna be some shit just because you can't have all of that. Like, first of all, you can't have all that turnover like that, and then getting that close to the season, like it was. I said, man, it's gonna be tough to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And like what I was getting at, you gotta. And I'm not disrespecting nobody's child. I hope nobody don't have no ill will toward me for saying this. But if you play any sport, if you played any sport in your life, you gotta have a crazy motherfucker on the team. 4 or 5 of them. Like, one that the coach just like, hey man, don't worry about him working out. Like Dennis Rodman. They told, hey, don't say nothing to him. They him well. But dresses, wigs, all we need him to do is rebound. He don't even have to score.
Yeah.
You gotta have a crazy motherfucker on the team like that.
Yes.
Again, I ain't disrespecting none of the kids that's gone, but hell, we got rid of all the crazy motherfuckers. I want them to be out there talking trash. I like people talking trash. That's not how I am. I don't want just we're a blue collar team and we just go to work. No, we motherfucking whatever you want to call it. We thuggish. We fucking
yes.
We knock people shit loose. That's what I need. That's what I like. You
yes.
know, I'm bringing up Hill because I like his game. I like what he did. You know what I'm saying? You go back and watch him in the FSU game. You know. He was a maniac when he got on the field. He was fucking clapping at the referees. He was sacking people with his legs. He was ready to play.
For real though.
You gotta have crazy motherfuckers on the team, man. Especially in football, it's just like
you got to be crazy to do it.
Yeah. Do you play football?
I play basketball.
Okay, but so most motherfuckers who play football, like I played in high school. I was probably about 230, so I played tight end and defensive end. I was on the kickoff team and kick return team. So on kick return team, you know, you got the guys who receive, you got your first line, then you got the kind of the hands guys that'll be on the second line and back before you get to the people who receive. So basically the four to five players that are kind of the hands guys, you make your tight ends or your agile big man, come together if you want a better return to form a wedge. So you're running, so your receiver who receiving the ball finds his lane and go. Okay. On the kickoff team, there is a motherfucker called a wedge buffer. His job is not to tackle the man with the ball. His job is to be like, you see them 5 motherfuckers right there? Your job is to run as fast as you can and run into them. That's what his job is. Do you understand how crazy you got to be to strap your helmet on and then run into 5 motherfuckers that's bigger than you or stronger than you?
Hey, it ain't even legal no more.
We had to change football. We had a dude on our team that was probably, motherfucker probably been 5'8", 180. And they was like, that's your job. Run into that wedge and bust him up. And that's what he did. He loved it. Fucking have blood coming out his head. He licking the blood. But the motherfucker was a maniac off the field. You know what I'm saying? He gets high, drunk, and doing all kind of crazy shit. Okay, when you got players like that, you got to have a coach and be like, hey, man, I know you high on coke, but I need you to calm down just so we can, kind of get this game over with or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying like all these players on drugs and stuff. I'm just saying sometimes people high on life. And if you don't have the staff that can corral them and be like, you gotta listen to somebody. You gotta have some kind of discipline. If you don't have somebody who can connect with them like that, then you have a team full of squares who lose a lot of games. You know, I ain't saying that's what we got. I'm just saying that's football. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers like, Dominican too. He ain't a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? He's nice off the field, but when he gets on the field, he's a maniac.
A maniac.
You can watch him in practice, like he's slapping coaches, that's holding the bag, he's slapping the bags out of their hands, he's kicking the, he just do what he want to do. And what do they do? They understand that's him. And when he do something like that, they don't go, you know what? If you do that again, we're gonna find you and kick you off this fucking team, buddy.
Hell no.
They like, you help us win, man. You just do what you do, and we gonna laugh with you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're right, dude.
That's realistic, man. Like, I understand that. So I'm hoping that, I'm seeing they put some different people in place, so I'm hoping that some of the coaches are connecting with the kids good or better, or, the kids are having a good time and doing what they're supposed to do. And usually when you have a staff that's connected and a team that's connected, so you tell it. So realistically, everybody done told us this off season, hey, we stronger together than we've been. Everybody's ready. So if we put a bad product out on the field, it can't be no excuse.
No, I done already modified my prediction. I'm already going from 9 wins to I'm going 10 strong.
10 wins.
I'm going 10 wins because they're saying that it wasn't youth on the team. They're saying that it's the negativity, and that negativity is gone. So why shouldn't they win 10 or 11 games?
Yeah, because if we got rid of all the negativity and all the people that was left they got passed up on the depth chart. He got no.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He left because he wasn't going to see the field. And I understand that does happen. But what I'm saying is, okay, when August the 31st comes, whatever team tries out there, first team O, first team B, whoever backups is, that's the best part that we put on the field. And y'all said that's supposed to be better than what we had.
Yes.
And I ain't saying that it won't be or it will be. I'm just saying I'm here to watch because that's my job. I'm a fan.
Yes.
And talk shit on Twitter.
That's our job, to watch and chill.
Yeah.
That's our job.
But man, I ain't gonna take too much more of your time. I know you might have some more people calling in, man. So I'm
No, ain't nobody else calling in. I'm about to shut down the stream in a little bit. I just wanted to talk about the hit piece. I appreciate you calling in, though.
All right, man. Thank you for having me.
All right, bro. Peace. But yeah, man, y'all follow Tally at Talibands. Is it a number involved in that? Who was going to replace Bud Foster? I have no clue. That's what we're gonna be trying to figure out. Who would I like to replace him? Yeah, I heard Torian. I would love to get Torian Gray back. I would love it. They would have to drop a nice hefty bag off. It'd have to be a nice hefty bag. Yes, follow at Taliban's44. That's who was just talking to me. Talking about this hit piece. Cause that's what it was. It was a hit piece on former players, not even current players. Players that we shouldn't even be concerned about. We should be focused on Boston College. But here we got to talk once again. It's fucking August the 15th. We still talking about Eric Kuma and them. Lil Bro and them. I'm about to tweet Lil Bro and them. Because that's who we still talking about. Here it is fucking August. I was told all offseason this shit was a non-issue. We talking about this shit from August. Get someone from the SEC. Don't say that. We're going to fuck around and get somebody from Vanderbilt. Just because they in the SEC don't mean they qualified. I do feel like Trey and others wanted to say something about it. They got a fucking Twitter account. They got Instagram, all this shit. Like now, this ain't a time where like players are voiceless. Like they had all off season to voice their own opinions. They had a whole off season to voice this shit. This was damage control or spin cycle, whatever you want to call it. Fuente has that on lockdown. Probably. Like Quillen mentioned, we got rid of those individuals without being pushed into saying it. It's funny you bring up Quillen. That's funny. Not saying that he's saying anything different. I'm just saying it's funny that, you know. Fuente got everything on lockdown, makes you lose interest in the program. Fuente, I'm pretty sure every college football team has some do's and don'ts of Twitter, but if he's telling them to not tweet about how they feel about what's going on in their life, once again, that's that tone deaf shit I'm talking about. You cannot control grown men. These are adults. You can say they're 18, but they're technically adults. And if you're telling a grown man, listen, I don't want you to fucking tweet, he expects them not to hurt the team. But if I say, but if Trey Turner says that a former player threatened to punch him in the face, and we're saying that happened, we're not going to say it didn't happen. Why? That's not hurting the team. The person no longer plays there. That's not hurting the team. That's helping the team. That's saying, listen, this man threatened to punch me in the face if I scored a touchdown. So, we're turning the page. No, you telling me that they couldn't say that? They would just shut the fuck up. Don't nobody say nothing until the article comes out. We're gonna do an article. We're gonna interview players about. That's goofy. That don't make sense to me. He might have did that. He might have said, "Don't nobody say shit until Sports Illustrated comes through." That's goofy. If you're gonna say don't nobody say shit, don't nobody say shit. We're not even gonna do an interview. No interviews, none of that. Ain't nobody gonna say shit. We moving on. It's 2019. We're turning the page. We're not gonna have no fucking Sports Illustrated in here. If that's the case, everybody should have shut the fuck up. Fuente doesn't release anything. Let media in practice dictates everything within the program. Well, he just let the media up and do interviews and shit. He has trusted mouthpieces, Dax Trey, that are his ambassadors, people he trusts to speak. Yeah, because he didn't. Like I said, this article they ain't talk to everybody. It's just crazy. I just think it's poor taste to put out this piece and basically throw people that's no longer in the program under the bus and basically say that's the reason why we lost games. It's crazy. I think it's tacky. I think it's petty. I just think it's just not the Virginia Tech way to do things. Frank Beamer would not have done no shit like this. On God, on Frank. Frank Beamer didn't die for this shit, man. And I know he ain't dead, but Frank Beamer did not get pushed out the back door for us to for us to be looking petty out. It was a petty, vindictive ass story. It was petty and vindictive. And like I said, for those who weren't here earlier, like I said, how do you write an article and say this many players was upset, disgruntled, whatever you want to say, and not try to follow up on why they felt that way? It just, oh, they were just mad. The point is they didn't want to win games, and the point is they threatened Trey Turner. What the fuck? Why were they this mad? Why did it get to this? Your story is incomplete until we know why they feel like that. And people are saying, oh, they were just mad. Like I said, and then they say Fuente just had a meeting. Like, what the fuck is going on? Come on, man. And articles like that inspire grown ass men, motherfuckers in their 30s, 40s, and 50s to at people that no longer plays no longer they get to at people that no longer plays here and talk shit to them. These young men, they getting ready for some spring, fall camp. They moved on. It's wild. I ain't never dog. I grew up on Frank Beamer, man. We did shit the classy way. And I don't even get caught up in class and all that because I want my coach to be a little bit of a dickhead, but not to his own people. Not even, I mean, even a former player is still family. It's wild. I know a guy, his daughter's dating a player, and hardly anyone has respect for each other. And Bud has no respect for the new coaching staff. Probably don't. You got to remember though, when you've been on your job for 20, 30 some years and you probably think you in line to get a promotion and they go outside and now you taking mind you, Bud, if all said and done, let's say Bud Foster and Justin Fuente decided to stop coaching today. Bud Foster's going in somebody's Hall of Fame and Justin Fuente is not. So when you basically got to answer to a dude that is not as qualified as you on the field or not as decorated as you probably do got, you know, not as respect for that person. He probably respects him as a man, but he probably goes to work sometimes like, why am I taking orders from this motherfucker? I should be running this shit. I've been here 30 fucking years. You telling me he get the job over me? He probably does feel like that sometimes. I wouldn't be surprised. If you get Bud Foster off the record, I probably could get it out of him. I'll ask Bud one of these days after he retires. I'm gonna walk up on Bud Foster and be like, Bud, Fuentes, you ain't fuck with him, did you? People say, hell no, I ain't fuck with that goofy ass motherfucker. You see what he did? Sports Illustrated up in our shit. He calls him Justin, not Coach. Just like he calls Beamer, Coach Beamer. I mean, damn. He call him Justin. Nah, he don't even call him by his last name. Hey, he probably don't fuck with him. He probably don't like him. He probably does not like him. But that's it, man. In the stream. We've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes, basically. I want to thank Tally for calling in. Uh, very knowledgeable. Like I said, and like he said, he thinks Fuente is going to turn out to be a good coach for Virginia Tech, and I don't. Um, I'll say the same thing. I probably said it in the last stream. I probably Oh, you listen to the podcast? I decided to do this instead of a podcast because I don't know. I think live interaction is better. So this is the time I normally record the podcast. So it probably won't be up. I might still do the podcast later tonight and just talk more on it, try to get my thoughts completely together. But honestly, outside of the few people in this room, nobody gives like if I'm not gonna agree with the article, nobody wants to hear what I got to say. So I don't think Fuente will ever turn the Hokies around. He will run it into the ground. I don't agree with that. This is why I don't like Fuente. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna leave. Um, I don't think Fuente is not capable of top 25. I don't think he's not capable of a 10-win season. The reason why I don't want Justin Fuente to be my coach is because he is never going to hoist a national championship trophy while as coach of Virginia Tech. You came in at the end. We are an hour and 20 minutes deep. I don't like Justin Fuente. Not that I don't like him as a person, as a human being. He seems like a great person. You know, seems like a great dude, Christian man, all that shit. I can get with it. But as a football coach, I can't picture him hoisting a national trophy. So I want another coach. That's me. Y'all can call me whatever the fuck. But that's not changing. Happy birthday to your daughter, man. Um, we pretty much talked about that fucking shit that came out Sports Illustrated about how the whole season last year was Trayvon Hill's fault. That's what we talked about. And how people was gonna beat up Trey Turner for having a gall to want to score against Marshall. So yeah, that's what we talked about. His offense is a joke. Man, I won't call it a joke. Overrated. Yes. I won't call it a joke though. In spots, it's been very effective. I think since he's become head coach, it's been a lot of records being broken in Virginia Tech. Now, Virginia Tech isn't known for its offense. We're not an offensively school potent historically, but I would be doing him a disservice and being a fuck nigga if I didn't say he's at least a decent offensive mind. Is he Lincoln Riley or is he like Mike Leach? No. Fuck no. But he ain't Brian Steinspring. I'll give him his props. But decent. Yeah, he's decent. He is decent. He's a decent offensive man. I think with the tools we got to work with, if he ain't handing out some 40 pieces on that schedule, mind you, we play Rhode Island and fucking a bunch of high schools and shit and Wake Forest and all that. Even if we losing games because of the defense, if we want to say the defense still kind of some shit and we lose, they better be shootouts. They better be shootouts. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna be losing games. They better be fucking shootouts. Offense better be hitting 50 points, 40 burgers. So that's pretty much it for the stream, man. Thank y'all for coming out. Once again, thank Tally for calling in, educating y'all. You going to the Notre Dame game, man. Notre Dame fans beat the shit out of that Miami fan. So work on your boxing. Notre Dame fans got hands out here. That's it, man. Love y'all, man. God bless.